All right, so it's about the time. So we'll get started with the first curriculum of the semester. So over here on the screen is the department scheduled curriculum series for the fall semester. We also have the spring semester available. So the highlighted in the blue color are the seminar speakers and and their areas. You can see they came from different areas, including operation research, health system, human factors, and manufacturing. So the first topic that we would like to discuss today is to collect some feedback from students and student chapter leaders for those curriculum series. What would be something that we can do better? For example, how many students here are undergraduate students? Can I have a quick check? Master students, PhD students. Yeah, so you may have different perspectives on this kind of expectations about what you would get from the curriculum series. So I don't know if anyone wants to. We can have an open talk after this whole agenda. But if you have any thoughts or ideas, feel free to share. Anyone want to share anything about the expectations about those research-based curriculum, how, especially for undergraduate students, do you have any thoughts, ideas? Not right now? Okay. Yeah, we will have an open discussion in the very end to discuss what's going on. So today there are mainly three sections. The first is to go through the curriculum and what would be the perspective from the faculty's perspective, how this curriculum series can benefit different level of students. So that's the first part. The second part of the section is for each student societies in our department to introduce their society and what are the upcoming activities in the department that all the students can get involved with. So that's the overall agenda. So with that being said, I will move to the next slides. Today we have several faculty over here. So basically all faculty here are panelists. So may I kindly ask Shiyu and Andy to sit in the front. So there is a question list we will go through, but I notice there are other faculty here. So we will go through that question list shortly to get started. My name is Han-Tang Kun. I'm a faculty in advanced manufacturing. This is Andy Wang and this is Professor Xu Zhou. I'll ask them to introduce later. And we have I forgot to list your society. There are 5 societies in the department, including Society of Manufacturing Engineers, Institute of Industrial and System Engineers, IE Connections, Human Factor and Economics, and Informs. So these are the 5 societies. Each society have student leaders, and they organize their own activities. So we will get started by going through this introduction, about the department. First of all, is there are social media of the department. The link over here listed the LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Social media. If you haven't done so already, just go ahead and try to search on those social media and follow the department update. You can also regularly check the department website. So most time the events will be listed on the department website. Make sure you check on that. There is also a weekly newsletter sent out most time by Jane Feller from the department. So those newsletters should go to your mailbox every Wednesday. If not yet, you can let me know after this meeting. So we will figure out ways. That's the general method of how this information are shared with students. And each student chapters or societies may have their own unique ways about social media and things to share. That will be updated with you in the next few slides. So we'll get started with some panel discussion so the faculty can share some perspective on why students, or especially PhD students, should attend all those curriculum series. So with that being said, this is the question list. So I think we can let all faculty to go through one by one to answer those questions, and then we can start with a self-introduction, and your thought about those questions, and then later on we can have a faculty-student discussion on this. If that sounds okay with you. Okay. You want to get started?
How about I get started? Yeah. My name is Andy Wang. So I'm among the newest faculties in ISY department. I just joined this semester. And previously, I've been an assistant professor in Arizona State University for 3 years. And prior to that, I graduated from Georgia Tech. So I'm not very far away from fresh PhD students, but I also have some experience as an assistant professor to share with you. Yeah.
Do we need to answer the question?
You can go through the question. It's not that formal.
Okay.
Just, the stage is yours.
Okay, good. So so let's go through these questions one by one. So what exactly a colloquium in university? Yeah, I'm thinking it in this way. So colloquium is actually the major way for researchers to exchange their ideas, to exchange their research outcomes with the colleagues. And PhD students are like junior, researchers. So I believe that you can have a direct feeling what is the research outcome look like. Yeah. Typically, colloquia has generally two modes. One is a short version, like 20 minutes. You talk about the content of one paper, and typically that's content informs this kind of conference presentations. But in university, so we actually have the luxury of have this 60 minutes version of this talk, and then a researcher can have an overview of his or her research area with several research topics in one theme. And that's a very good opportunity to understand what is the presenter doing in this specific thrust. So that's about colloquia in university, and colloquia in academia, I think basically the same functionality. Yeah. And do you give talk at other universities? How does this experience like? I gave talk in other universities, and I'm always feel excited to share my idea. Well, I feel especially good if there is a full house of attendance, of course, and also there are very interesting exchange of the ideas after the colloquia. Yeah, by the way, the format of the colloquia is like, let's say 1 hour of a colloquia, then that's like 45 to 50 minutes of talk, followed by 10 to 15 minutes of Q&A. And so the Q&A part is actually where the exchange of the ideas happens between the audience and the presenter. Yeah. And therefore, I'm thinking it's quite important if we have lots of the people have the room packed, and also and also ask some questions at the end of the colloquia. Who do we invite for talks? I think we mainly, from the previous slide Han-Tang just shared, we have the leading researchers and also the leaders in other IE departments in our peer institutions or the top institutions in the United States. So the topics are really about the hottest research area, the research frontier in either OR or human factor or manufacturing. Yeah. And what do you expect to get from colloquia? So previously you said that there are undergraduate studies and PhD students and PhD students, right? So I would expect people get different. You can get something from the talk. For undergraduate students, I think the important aspect is that from the talk, you can know different aspects of IE, different topics of IE. What is IE about, and what are the problems we think about, and what are the problems we are interested in. I remember several years ago, so in one colloquia in UW Medicine, so when I was a student, I was here, and I heard one talk. I was really impressed. Unfortunately, I do not remember who was the presenter. She emphasized on the importance of the data. So she said for some laptop manufacturer like LG, they actually have their products usage data shared with the marketing department, because they want to know how the user uses computer and whether this matches the marketing strategy or the position of this specific kind of product in their production line. So previously, I was you see my background. I had a statistics background, so I never thought about data in this way, this unique way of using data. I think as a undergraduate student, you can actually gain these kind of insights, and that's quite valuable. And you can get to know what are the status of the industry. This is really helpful for your future career development. And for PhD students, I think so there are two situations. One is that the area, the presentation is really in your research area, and the other situation is that the presentation is not in your area, right? So if the presentation is in your area, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to ask questions and establish a connection with these researchers and know more about your areas. Probably you read a paper from these presenters, and this actually provides you an opportunity to directly interact with the presenter. And if that's not your area, you can also gain something. When I was in Georgia Tech, we had a manufacturing colloquium. So we are in IE, but that's in a different building. So I go to that colloquia pretty often because they offer very tasty sandwich. Yeah. However, I actually gained a lot from that because I know a lot about different manufacturing processes and also physics simulations from these colloquial theories. And in my first appointment, I was actually in School of Manufacturing, and these actually give me a lot of help to know what my other colleagues are doing. So, yeah. Career development in importance of networking. So we touched about that. So especially if the talk is related to your area, you're able to build connections with leading researchers in other universities. And these can, so later, so when you are finding job, when you are submitting proposal, let's say, so people can know you in advance when you are actually on job market or so. So when we were students, how was colloquia like, and how was the department like before pandemic? I would say in my own experience, I have little experience here, but previously, so it was more, the colloquia was more popular, at least based on my experience in the past years after, pandemic. I think this is because the pandemic make us get everything online, but I really miss the old days when everybody get together, packed in a room, and listen to talks, and everyone share their opinions, and sometimes even debate with each other, right? And that's really how we can gain a lot from. Yeah. So that's my I talk too much. Yeah. That's my answer to these questions. Happy to share with you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shiu Zhou. I'm also a professor in the manufacturing area. I'm also a department chair now. And I think a colloquium is very important to attend because when we invite people here, we pay their travel and they spend time, several days travel time. And so typically we just pick the very top, this researcher, top professors from other universities to visit us. So if the junior person, typically they're star, rising star in the field. If the senior person, they have a lot of experience and they're really famous. So their talk typically is very interesting, it's well designed. It's really not like a classroom lecture. It's almost the level of the skillfulness of the talk at the colloquium is at the keynote talk level at a conference. So it's almost like a series of keynote speaks at a conference. And from this talk, we'll not only learn the research topic, broaden our view of research. If the field is really far from you, but you just listen how the person tells the story, how they design the slides, so how big the font size is, etc. You can learn a lot. You just learn how to do presentation. This, because most of the talk is really designed very carefully, and the person uses talk multiple times and have iterative improvement. So we can really learn a lot from this colloquium. That's one thing. Another very important thing in attending colloquium is networking. Like you can raise question and bring attention of the speaker to you. Like the person might remember, okay, some student at UW Medicine asked me a very clever question. We have a very nice discussion. He will remember there is a student if we have interaction with the speaker. He may not remember your name, but in the future, if we are job hunting, and suddenly he may recollect, okay, I met this person before. I know, we met at medicine. This is a huge plus for your job hunting process. So particularly very important for this graduate student to attend those colloquium and try to have interaction with this speaker is very important. This is really high quality, and we also, our department paid a lot. We bring this person here and nice hotels, this travel, etc. So we really need to take this advantage. And I also plan to add this meal to this colloquium in the future. Right now, we just need to figure out who will do the paperwork, who will order the food and distribute the food. Hopefully, if any student, this chapter want to help, department really happy to pay the price for the food. Okay, and the pandemic indeed have a huge impact to our community, to our community. So right now, we're completely come out of it, but many people have the habit, like I just work remotely. I don't come every day. If possible, I just attend the conference through Zoom. Yeah, I think we need some time to recover from this habit. I'm an in-person person, so I really cherish in-person interaction. Yeah, just look at other people's expression, understand, are you interested in this topic, or what's the conversation is going on. But if just through Zoom, it's a lot less communication, and it's harder to build a community based on Zoom. So that's another reason for us to get together during this colloquium, to have excellent speaker, to learn some knowledge, and also have some networking opportunity. So I really encourage, so all the students, undergraduate, graduate, PhD student, just come to attend our colloquium. It's beneficial. So if you attend multiple times, gradually, you know a lot. You know the IE field a lot. So once you talk with other people, people will feel you are very mature. You not only know the classroom knowledge, you know the general area of IE a lot. So can improve your matureness or readiness, so in your job hunting. So that's really important. So we also have other faculty in the room, like Dan and Zhang. Yeah, so anything you want to add? Maybe Zhang, add something first. Yeah.
Hello, I'm John Lee, and I'm part of the Human Factors Area Group. And my particular area of interest is in automation, trust in automation, interaction with AI. I've done a lot of work in automated driving and driver distraction. So if you have any interest or questions about that, I'd be happy to talk to you. In terms of this whole agenda of why come to the colloquium, why talk to other people, I think one of the things that sometimes gets lost as engineers, we think, okay, we just do the work, write the paper, everything will work out for us. We'll do good work and people will recognize it. That's not true. People are social animals, and those who work socially succeed better than those who don't, even if you're technically more adept. And I remember I spent the last year on sabbatical working in the Valley of Heart's Delight, which is a better term than Silicon Valley. I worked at Apple, and I remember sitting in the back of an Uber talking to somebody at Apple, and he said, the people who are really successful at Apple are those who are really good at networking and connecting with people. And those people succeed even beyond those with similar or maybe even better technical capabilities. And he said the real magic is if you have both. And these seminars are a way of doing that. You may think them to be sort of a distraction sometimes because they're not your area. But when you go to interview for a job, guaranteed you may be talking to one person in your area. And if you cannot connect with the rest of the people you're interviewing with, you'll probably not get the job. And so being able to make those connections super important. This gives you a little bit of practice doing so, and so really, really important. During the year that I was there, they were recruiting for one particular position, and they must have interviewed 10 people, and all of them failed to connect. So exactly that problem. They're experts in a narrow area, and they couldn't broaden their perspective sufficiently. So.
How about Dan? You want to add something?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Dan. I'm also a new faculty to Madison. You know, I graduated from the same university of my PhD with Andy, so we share a lot of attending the colloquium, experience. Except that I didn't know there's delicious sandwich offered by the manufacturing colloquium. But I think a lot of it has been covered. What I want to say is, there's like a huge social aspect of it. And, soft skills sometimes are more important than you think it is. And I just remember it's just, sometimes it's just pure fun. Like for some of the OR seminars that happened in ISYE at Georgia Tech, the people is like obviously a star that I had no idea about. And then I could just tell by the fact that people had to stand in the room because there's no seats left, and all the faculties are very excited to have this person. And you could see sometimes heated debate and like arguments going on back and forth. And, like you get the experience, like the real scholarly experience, and fully merged in the academia world. So for those of you who haven't decided on like whether you want to go to industry or academia, you can get a first-hand experience of part of how this job looks like. And it also broadens your vision. Like if you're a manufacturing person and you listen to an OR seminar, hopefully that presentation is very good and you understand at least like half of it, or you understand a background problem. And that is really, really inspiring most of the time. And many of the good, research, collaboration, conversations happen between people from different areas instead of from the exact same area. So it really gives you a lot of good ideas, and you know what's going on. Like you read papers, yes, but the papers are published when the work has been done for like a year. So it's outdated in some sense. If you want to really sit at the cutting edge of science, it's really important to attend oral presentations, because those are some of the unpublished and or newly published, research, and that is the true, presence of the area. So, yeah, I work on cyber physical security and data-driven complex system modeling. If you're interested in this area, please feel free to talk to me. Yeah.
Thank you, Dan. So Todd? Todd? Yeah, Todd has have a lot of experience with industry.
Great. Yeah, Todd Mulfinter. I'm a research professor here in the college. My area of focus is around health systems, where I do a lot of organizational change work, systems change work, looking at how to improve performance in health systems. Do a lot of that, and hospitals, addiction settings, mental health settings, and really work. Like lately, I've been doing a lot of work in jails, looking at better ways to provide health care in jails using engineering systems. And so I think that's where the colloquium is really helpful. Is you have the classroom stuff, which is great, but I think the colloquium really gives you a chance to see some of the research going on, some of the applied going on, and it gives you a chance to do some networking too. And what else are you going to do at lunch or on a Friday, I mean, it gives you a chance to learn some new things and meet some new people.
So that's a faculty's perspective. Before we move to the next round, any questions or anything that you want to discuss as a student with any faculty here? You don't have to be shy. If you have questions, feel free to ask or stop us at any time. So, one thing that I really agree on with this part, especially for PhD students, is that later on you will give talks somewhere to find a job. So that's what's designed for PhD students. So this talk style and all the format would probably be very similar to what you learn from all those curriculum that you attend. And for master students, I don't know if all master students already have a career path decided or not yet, but there is also a path to become a researcher or become a PhD student. So we wish this kind of this type of curriculum series can help you to learn how to do better research. And for undergraduate students, research is probably doesn't mean much to you at this moment, but that's something that you can learn. Plus, we do plan to offer good food in the future seminar series. So try to bring in more undergraduate students would also be super helpful because, not all undergraduate students will eventually go through the graduate school route. But who knows, maybe we inspired 1 or 2 students. That's a huge success for us. So the curriculum is open to students at all levels. So and feel free to exchange ideas with the speakers. They are here to face the challenges of facing all the type of students. So you can feel free to ask all the tough questions to those speakers. So that's one thing that is an exchange of ideas with the speakers. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for the panelists. So next is our professional societies. We have different societies in the department. I will ask each society to go through their slides. If you listen to this information today, not all the students are here. Feel free to spread the words out. We want every students to be aware about what's going on in the department in terms of the student societies. So we will start with IISE. Is this the slides? Oh. Give me 1 second. Okay.
All right, hi everyone. I'm Justin Zenz. I am the External Relations Representative on Institute of Industrial Systems Engineers here at Madison. So what I do is I help reach out to companies and bring them in for events and networking opportunities. So what is ICE? We are a large professional society dedicated to supporting industrial engineers. It's a nationwide thing, so our chapter is the Madison chapter, and we have monthly or usually more than monthly meetings based off case studies, learning about professional opportunities, so bringing companies in where they can talk about kind of internship or career opportunities that they provide, and just seeing a lot of different applications of industrial engineering. We have some weekly emails, we have an Instagram page, and a group me that I can get put up on the screen at the end of the presentation if you're at all interested. And this club is just really focused on that career-based development, especially with that networking aspect. So what we do, we learn about different careers within industrial and system engineering, expand networking. A big thing is meeting other students in industrial engineering and really kind of learning from their perspectives and experiences that they have had. So talking to others about internships or maybe different research that they're doing. It's really great leadership experience being able to talk to a group of people, and it's a really good time too. So kind of the main 4 groups of events that we have are first professional development. So that's usually with companies, and that's the information sessions that they have. They do workshops such as the case studies. So I remember a case study from last year where GE Healthcare came in and they had a chart of a manufacturing floor, and we kind of went over some design approaches that they used when putting together their production model for that. So that was super interesting. And then sometimes we also are part of plant tours. And then we also do education events, so maybe bringing in professors and faculty to go over resumes and see kind of tweaks that people can make. And then we do study nights, usually with food. I think we're having a Chipotle study night around midterm season. And then we do outreach, so food drives, volunteering around the area. I know we're going to do a volunteer session with the Lakeshore Path at some point soon, and with letters of love, so like writing letters to people. And then we do socials as well, so that's just a great time to network with other students. 2 of the upcoming events that we have next week during Career Fair Week is Granger is coming in, and they're going to do a resume workshop. They're going to provide pizza, and they're going to talk a little bit about the opportunities that they have when they're hiring at the career fair. And then the next day, next Tuesday, Walmart is coming in and talking specifically about an internship program that they're hiring for, and they're having an ice cream social. And it's not on the slides here, but the Granger event is going to be at 6 p.m., and their Walmart is at 7 p.m. the next day. And then, also not on here, but on October 3rd, GE Healthcare is coming in, and they're going to do an event about evaluating different job opportunities and offers and kind of how you want to decide what job might work the best for you. So yeah, I'll leave this slide up. Scan this QR code to get on the weekly emails, and then under there is the Instagram, so it'd be great to follow that page, and we'd like to see all of you there. I know it's a lot of undergraduate students in the club, but graduate and professionals are definitely all welcome to come and show up. We would definitely love to hear your expertise and kind of the interests you have, especially in that research field, because a lot of what we do is with companies in industry, but getting maybe that academia research insight as well would be amazing. So yeah, thank you.
So this is the QR code. You can scan and follow the updates. One thing that I want to bring up is, a student can sign up for multiple societies. You are not limited to just one society. So feel free to sign up for all those, societies. And I do believe there are some activities that can be co-hosted by societies, joint hosted. You can have more volunteers to help around. So the student chapter leaders, you can also chat offline to see if there are any opportunities that you can do the things together. So the next is ISYE Connections. It's a new society.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Becca Thornton, and I'm the president of ISY Connections, which is a new society here at UW-Madison. It's basically a mentorship program that is trying to connect undergraduate students with graduate students, as well as PhDs, alumni in industry, and professors. All right, so basically ISY Connections is a club dedicating to connecting students with all of the various people that I said before. We basically will pair people with a mentor or a mentee based on their interests and what they are working on in industry or in research. So all you have to do is fill out a quick form. It'll take about a minute. And then in that form, you'll kind of select your areas of interest and expertise, and then we'll match you with a student that is looking for more information on this area. So here are just basically explaining what mentees are and who mentors are. And then these are kind of a little bit of the different areas of expertise that you can talk about, but obviously there are so many more things to talk about as well. So the nice thing about this is it's on your own time. The only requirement is that you meet with your mentee at least once, but a lot of these build bigger connections. So if the mentee ever has questions about different research areas, about different things in industry, they'll have your contact to always be able to reach out to you again. So this is very nice because it's very flexible timing for you as well as the mentee. So here's a QR code if you're interested in signing up. We're looking for a lot more graduate and PhD students. We have a few right now. We also have some graduate students that sign up as mentees if you're looking for that next professional development, if you're interested in talking to different companies. We have different mentors from GE Healthcare, Granger, as well as other places around UW-Madison area or Chicago area. So feel free to scan to sign up, and then we'll always reach out at that email if you have any questions. You can also follow us on Instagram. It's ISYE Connections is the name of our Instagram. So thank you.
This is a good way to get a recommendation letter for future use. So next, I think it will be a Society of Manufacturing Engineers.
So my name is Vipul Bansal, and I am the president of Society of Manufacturing Engineers. And so this presentation is just a short presentation about who we are and what our student chapter does and what event and activities we have coming up. So who we are, so Society of Manufacturing Engineers was originally founded in 1932, and it's like a big group that works with manufacturing technologies. We collaborate with industries, academia, and bring different technologies. And there has been a lot of development recently in manufacturing technology. What are the benefits of being a member? So, of course, if you like pizza, you like boba tea, you can join us. We have multiple events with ice cream and other things. But we also have a bunch of learning resources which you can utilize. You have a bunch of like research. We have like this Ask the Librarian and an Ask the Expert program that allows you to search through databases for research. And other important part is that SME provides a lot of scholarships each year for both undergraduate and graduate students. These scholarships are really huge amounts. Around like $4.2 million are given every year. And they're like not very competitive, so if you apply, you can easily get those. And that's one of the benefits of being a member at SME. And coming towards the what we have, so our student chapter number is like S133. So if you register at SME, you can actually click on the student chapter number to join us. And here's the list of people on the board we have. Professor Hanton is our faculty advisor. And we have like Ying as our vice president and Han as our treasurer. And we have like all different kind of officers. And we are looking for more board members. So if you're interested to join and you want to join as a board member, please feel free to email me, feel free to talk to me. And Coming towards various events we do, so this is one of the visits to IMTS in 2014 in Chicago. Similarly, we have like table tennis tournaments, we have social events, and further, like, of course, we have like internship information sessions, we have like sessions with industry and academic people for the students. We have monthly gatherings and video game and movie nights. And of course, this is like the list of all the events we are planning for the upcoming semester. So we'll have multiple events. And if you scan the link, you will actually link towards the SME website where you can join and like get the membership. And the membership costs like $20 per year, but it's worth it if you get a scholarship. It's really useful. And yeah, feel free to email me if you want to join the email list so that we can get updates weekly. Yeah, thank you.
Next is human factor.
Hey everyone, this is our. Oh, sorry. Hey everyone, this is Arslan. I'm one of the board members for HFES. Just like a quick show of hands, who knows what human factors is? Okay, cool. So those of you who don't know and what human factors is, a quick overview. We help design products and systems, making sure they are designed according to the user's need, their limitation, and their abilities. So we design products as small as your iPhones and to as large, big as your airplanes or the cars you drive or the cars you don't drive. We design everything. So Human Factors is the largest organization in the whole world that's a network of all the healthcare, all the human factors professionals. So there are professors, there are people working in industry at various positions. So this is our leadership team. Most of them are not here. They are attending the HFES conference. And these are the people that you're going to see if you are attending our events. Vianney is our president, so you will be receiving emails from her. Alexis is our undergraduate affairs member. So if you are an undergraduate student, she'll reach out to you. Yep, as I said, like human factors is a very dynamic and flexible field. And if you're interested in the field and want to be part of it, we'll help you get started with like initial resources and guide you how to navigate through that. And one of the important thing or the interesting thing that I liked about human factors is that we are very interdisciplinary. So if you are an industrial engineer, you are a mechanical engineer, if you're a computer scientist, you are welcome to join our organization. Some of the activities that we do, we have a lot of social events. So ICEAM socials, visiting the sort of the local industries that are around here. And we have a lot of guest speakers. So we invite people from human factors professional to give their talk. And mostly it's online, but we did have some in-person events last year as well. But these are some of the photographs from the last year's event. Some of the coming events. So these are events are from the national chapter. So these are the online events. You can check them out on the website, hfes.org. If you want to join our organization, follow our socials, scan those codes, join our Slack workspace. And then, this is important. So we have 3 kinds of membership. First is non-paying members, so you don't require to pay anything. You can come in and join our events. It's completely free. If you are a paying member, you will have the opportunity to have some swags and recordings of those events. And then there's the third membership that, in addition to your local chapter membership, if you have a national membership, it's like $35. You'll have some discounts to the national events as well. Yep. If you're interested in joining our org, you can contact Vianney. Yep. I'll leave the socials here if you want to join. Cool. Thank you.
So speaking of that, I do believe all the events will be open to all the not even non-paying members for other societies as well, right? So don't hesitate. If you are not an official member, you can still attend all those events that are listed for all those societies. And finally, we have informs. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Pulick. I'm the president of Informs this semester. These are actually cribbed slides from the meeting that we'll have next week for our general kickoff. But if you're not familiar with what Informs is, it's a very broad organization. It stands for Institute for Operations Research in the Management Sciences, which is a mixture of researchers and industry folks who are interested in things like decision making, optimization, and analytics. And so what we do as a student chapter here is a blend of academic and professional development events. I would say we're mostly composed of PhD students, although we're open to undergrads, although most of our events are going to be research oriented, so it's probably a best fit for folks who are interested in doing research or learning more about doing research. And so we have a blend of these types of academic or professional development events. We do some volunteering events throughout the year. This year we're planning to make meals for folks at the Ronald McDonald House. We also volunteer at the Engineering Expo every year, and then do plenty of social events. So we host regular happy hours, and we've got a high ropes team building course at a UW facility planned in the next couple of weeks as well. So in terms of what's going on, I would say the most important thing is we're having our kickoff meeting next week, Tuesday, at 5:15 p.m. here in the ME building. We'll talk through all of the events and the sort of agenda that we have for the semester and the rest of the year there. And so if you want to get involved, you also don't have to pay to be a member of the Informs organization to come to meetings and participate in events. But if you want to get involved, feel free to scan the QR code and we'll get you on our email list. Cool. Thank you.
So the final two slides I want to show, feel free to take a picture about the upcoming calendar. Highlighted in blue are the upcoming curriculum talks. And you can see I labeled each of them with a research area. For example, the next three speakers are on OR, followed by human factor, manufacturing, OR plus manufacturing. So we are calling for volunteer societies to maybe take a lead in helping host those curriculum, setting up foods. You can put up a proposal as a society and then request. We had this meeting in the morning. So if your society or chapter have this capacity, we will need your support to help future curriculum series. And attendance is also important. Feel free to send this information to the members in your society. We wish to have more audience in this room as well. And then this is the fall agenda. And the next slide is the spring agenda. So all the speakers are either rising star or very senior members from other departments. Over here, we even have, I think we have a Dean of College Engineering to come in spring semester as well. So also feel free to take a picture and share this with your member in those upcoming days. Today we have shared a lot of information, and later on I will also compile all the slides into one PDF document and share that through the email list in this calendar event. That's the final slides. And do we have any questions from anyone here or any final comments?
Actually, if a student society or chapter can help to organize one of the colloquium, you can claim that's your activity. Like you can advertise to your members, etc. For example, you can buy food and to host this colloquium. Another suggestion I have is we have a few student chapter and society. One thing we may think, if you have industry connect, can we do a kind of mini career fair dedicated to IEs? You just link, talk with your industry, all the society, we can do it together. Like maybe 10 company, if we can convince 10 company come to on campus on the same day for internship, for job, whatever, the department can also help. Or whatever idea you have to have events to improve the student experience, undergraduate and graduate student experience, you can always propose to the department. We will consider it and provide funding support. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
I guess there will be snacks outside, so that's the final one. If you want to come around and talk with me, that's okay. Otherwise, that will be the meeting for today, and we will be looking forward for volunteers. Thank you all for coming.